What's up, Union Arena players? This is Kyle D, better known as Unionversity, and today we have another Win-A-Box discussion to talk about. So none other than UA Community Plus is hosting Win-A-Boxes usually at a good consistent rate. They hosted one Sunday and they hosted one Tuesday, but we have the top 8 breakdown from the event. They had, I think, 64 players again. So it's kind of cool to see that they are pushing out great numbers for the events, especially for free events. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So without further ado, Union Community Plus is hosting events weekly. So we'll post the full results here so you guys can check it out. If you guys go to exburst.dev, where you can check it out, it'll be vitally important for you guys to see all the stuff. You can go right into the tournaments brackets here and you can just take a look right here. So it's pretty cool to see what happens for these events. And I'm gonna show you 8th place list right now. As you can see, they have 4 color triggers, 4 final triggers, and 4 special triggers. So kind of cool to see. I wish I could definitely see by how many get triggers and stuff like that. Oh, we have 10 draws, we have 10 gets, 8 active triggers, you have 7 raids, you have 4 colors and all the shenanigans. So the actives are the ones to restand. So at the moment there are 8 of them in the list and you get 10 gets and 10 draws. So makes a little bit of a good consistency on the hit rate, right? So if you look at it, 43 triggers, 7 of your cards of this deck do not trigger anything. So kind of pretty cool. What's interesting about this list right now, there's the Order of the Black Knights, and this is going to help you dig a little bit. I think it's pretty cool to have like these options because looking deeper and being able to add 2 cards and then just go ham from there is really awesome. And again, it extends your plays. They are playing Ogi here that is just going to be able to generate 2 energy, and then you have the Girin or Gurins, and then you have the Collins just being Collins. They are playing only 2 of this Lelouch, the one that's going to minus 3000 DP. It combos really nicely with the Gawain, and this is kind of the same thought process that they, you know, raid Yakuchiki plus the starter deck Renji Abarai both kind of combo in and being able to minus 3000 something and then just take care of the rest. What's really powerful is the power of absolute obedience. Being able to remove anything 5000 DP or less on your opponent's front line and sideline it is really good in my opinion. The only thing I'm really nervous about going into the coming formats is going to be One Punch Man, because these removal event spells do not deal with 10k threats. And that's kind of scary, right? You know, you have to hope that the special triggers in security to kind of just deal with the threat, because I get that One Punch Man is supposed to be ridiculously strong, but having none of your removals be able to touch it in game naturally is basically a death sentence for a lot of decks, because again, like you're gonna need like this Lelouch to minus its DP not once but twice to kind of just get it into the kill range. So like it gets ridiculously pretty quickly on minusing DP threats, and I don't know how One Punch Man's going to interact here. Next, we got the 7th place. We're at 43 triggers. We are at a grand total of 8 draws, 8 gets, only 4 stands, and you have 12 of the raids. Only 3 colors because, again, I don't even justify playing more AP points. But you know what? Taking a look, Suka's Fingers, it's just a Kento Nom list that you come to know and love, and nothing out of the ordinary or spicy in the list, really to be explaining. Now, we do have Zeno. This is the 6th place list. He's at 39 triggers, which again, we need to be at higher trigger counts because opponents are doing a lot more triggering. We're at 7 draw, we are at 4 gets, and then we have 8 act triggers. So it's vitally important to take a look at 8 active triggers, which are really nice to have, right? I mean, being able to restand your bodies is really good in my opinion. So keeping that in mind, which is weird, we have 8. I'm counting 4 here, Raid. Color, raid. Where is the 4th act? Sideline special. Where's the other 4 active triggers? That might be mistaken here. I think there's only 4 actives. I'm only counting 4. If I'm missing it, I'm being blind as a bat as usual. But taking a look here, though, we have plenty to work with, and I like the tech of the Renji Abarai 3 cost, just being able to place the top card of your deck in sideline. It just feels the Ichigo Kurosaki, and then basically being able to gain 5,000 DP. You know, if you do choose up to one other character, gaining an extra 500 DP, not 5,000, can make or break some attack patterns. So, you know, I think it has some possibility, especially if you get 2 of them to go off. You can easily get the Ichigos into 5k kill ranges, which might help you out to kind of just deal with threats, right? So taking a closer look here, really solid. Then you do have another Kento Nom list. You do have domain expansions with the ratio technique collapse. It's just a very powerful removal. You have the Yuji Itadoris, Kento Namamis, and just going to town from there, right? I think it has a lot of potential, and again, players are adapting and learning how to play the deck. Then we do have this was 3rd place this time, not 2nd place. We'll just name it 3rd. Let's just name it 3rd. So we'll save it. And then taking a look here, as you can tell, they have 26 active triggers. So if you look at it, 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Where is the rest of them? We got 4, 8, 12, 16. I think this is weird. Active triggers are weird. We don't have enough of them. Am I missing something? Missing something. There we go. There's the rest of them. Is Tasty Bread. So having this many act triggers in the deck means that your combination with blocker Orihime becomes very nasty, because again, all she has to do is block 1 small attack, and then if she's restood by any of your extremely powerful reactive act triggers, she now becomes a 6k that can block again, and that can get really scary pretty quickly. And you know what? Sometimes that's all you need to do, because being able to shut down your opponent's ability to swing in with a 6k when most decks can't even do that is kind of nutty to me. I mean, we have a lot of potential going in the future, but I love where this deck is going. It's a very powerful deck, and hopefully we see more and more crazy shenanigans. So now we do have Tsquares list. It's kind of shiny, a little more flexy, has 1 power max rarity, power of absolute obedience, but they are playing reasons for living. Play 1 purple character with 3 or less energy requirement and 1 AP from your sideline. Set it to resting onto your field. This can get you some of your AP generation back, and especially with your 3 cost Lelouches and your 2 cost Lelouches, your 3 cost Lelouch is going to make it so they can't block. Being able to regenerate double energy sometimes does matter, or even getting a Colin down can lead to being some crazy shenanigans. They do have only 9 acts in the list, but there's nothing really slowing this deck down, right? And this was the man that plays enough games from earlier. That's Tuesday's event for the Winnabox, Rachel's boyfriend, I think, or partner. They play constantly, so it's no surprise that he made it all the way to 2nd place. So taking a look here, pretty solid actually, and nothing really crazily standing out. Just plays 2 Lelouch, 2 APs, and plays 2 Lelouch. The other one that minuses DP. This one's just the discard. Your opponent discards and you draw 2 if it's sideline. And then finally we have the classic known as Suka. So this is a normal, what you kind of expect from the Marvel, the Shrine combo plus the Sukanas, right? Being able to lock down, and again, finals was a best of 3, which mattered. So the Sukana player river stomped the daylights out of the purple you know, Kogias deck. Very quick, very fast deck. You know, being able to have the Yuji Itadori, being able to choose up to one character with 35,000 DP or less on your opponent's front line. If you have 2 or more Suka Dust Fingers, you just choose the chosen character, return the chosen character to their hand. If you have 3 or more Sukuna cards in your sideline, additional sideline, sideline the character. Blah, 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 blah. You know, choose one character with 35,000 or less DP on your opponent's front line, return it to their hand. I mean, at the end of the day, the deck is really consistent, right? You know, fingers help you draw a card at no extra cost, especially if you have a Yuji Itadori. You know, suspending a Yuji in your energy line does not matter as much as people think. You know, it's just a free draw a card because you get the AP back. Worst case, you need to trash a card from your life. You know, I think there's a lot of possibilities where in reality you can just win games with this deck. You know, great job by the player base being able to go this far and kind of just take it home, right? So stuff like this is vitally important, and especially taking a look, there was plenty of bleach. Huh? That's weird. I might have to fix this, but yeah, that's weird. It wasn't that many bleach. There was a lot more blue Kogias. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the event and the breakdown. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.